It was exhilarating. I've never had a feeling like that. I probably never will.
Anytime your field goal kicker is your leading rusher, it's probably not going to be a win. Welcome to the Red and Blue Review. Daryl and Gupper coming to you from just outside Commonwealth Stadium. We were hoping they left the lights on for us, but the party's already over. Daryl, no upset. What's your word of the week?
Word of the week is rookie. Mark Stoops has got to be thinking, is this what they do to rookie coaches in the SEC? He gets Louisville, which of course is non-conference, Florida, then South Carolina, then Alabama before things ever lighten up. And he knew going in this was a long shot to pull this off against a Florida defense. Didn't happen, but they played fairly well.
Howie Lindsay joining us from back home in Louisville. Howie, what's your word of the week?
The word of the week this week is unexpected. I'll tell you about two different guys who most people at some point last season didn't think would be on Louisville's football team this year, and both of them are scoring touchdowns for the Cardinals. That's unexpected.
The True Home Value Red and Blue Review this week is powered by a Honda generator. We're coming to you from it's pitch dark out here, and that Honda generator that we picked up at the mower shop is powering our entire television network. There you see Jeremy hard at work putting this television show on the air. If you want to find out all about these Honda generators, let me show you where to go. It is the mower shop off of Preston Highway in Louisville. Drop by and see the guys there. I walked in, said, here's what we need, and here's what we came away with. This fantastic Honda generator powering this week's episode of the True Home Value Red and Blue Review. All right, let's talk about Kentucky losing to Florida again in the lightning round. This episode of the True Home Value Red and Blue Review is brought to you by the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to click it or ticket. Kentucky's lone touchdown in this football game was scored by Joe Mansauer, who turns out to be a field goal kicker who's a little faster than we probably thought.
It was crazy. I know I never even imagined myself doing that, but after I ran it, I got halfway there and I knew I could do it, so it was great. The electricity from the crowd was great after that, and just proud of my holder teammates, and it was a great play.
We always hear about you hear footsteps. Could you literally hear footsteps?
I mean, they're big boys out there, and I'm much smaller than them, so I just tried to run to that pylon and get there as fast as I could.
And when I was talking to him, his word was, I was hightailing it. I could see the pylon, I could see the opening, I could see 3 Florida defenders closing really fast on me. So he said I hightailed it as fast as I could. I remember when UK recruited him, his kicker, when he kicks it, it makes a different sound than other kickers. And he was a good athlete. He played baseball, he played basketball, so he knows how to do it. We just haven't seen it. But yeah, you're going to run, you're going to hear the crowd, but if you think for a second, that's Florida coming after you, you're going to pick up the pace just a little bit. What I thought was hilarious and cruel, you do this, nice job, son, now kick the extra point.
Yeah.
He said, my whole body was tingling from the adrenaline rush, and I'm trying to kick an extra point. He did that. Now go do the opening kickoff for Florida. He kicked it out of bounds. He said, I had nothing left.
Yeah, he told me
nothing left.
He told me it was the longest 25-yard run of his life, and I had this run, Forrest, run playing through my mind as these Gators are chasing him down. Well, he had a big moment, and so did Michael Lee Harris. After really frustrations of 4 consecutive years where he had to have surgery, Michael Lee Harris, a couple of weeks ago, caught his first touchdown since his freshman year.
Well, if you look at it, wide receivers, they're all going to get a lot of work, and then Michael Lee today had him a big catch, which he needed just for his confidence.
It was very cool, and I'm very excited for him. And it's been a long process for him, but to see him back out there competing with us, it just means a lot to the entire team.
Hard work, that might be an understatement. I mean, it was times where when I finally was able to run routes and had to have another surgery, or when I finally got ready to lift weights, had another surgery. So I mean, it's a long process, but I'm back now, and I'm glad that God just granted me the strength to get through this.
The big man on campus this week for Louisville definitely is Michael Lee Harris. This is a kid who has battled back from 4 knee surgeries, over 2 years of rehab, and he scores a touchdown. What a remarkable story, and what a testament to perseverance. I think he's inspired his teammates just with in the fact that he keeps coming back and he loves football so much that he keeps coming back for more. He's an inspiring story. He's a great kid to talk to, and probably the best rapper on the team, so he'll tell you all about it after he scores a touchdown. It's tough not to root for Michael Lee Harris. I mean, he's just such a good kid.
The True Home Value Red and Blue Review on the road is brought to you by Oxmoor Country Club, a place you gotta play. Hole number 5 here at Oxmoor Country Club is just one of the reasons Oxmoor is a place you gotta play. This fairway is very wide and very inviting for your drive, but now my approach shot, I've got to try to hit this ball over the widest 4-foot creek you've ever seen. Get on that green. Next shot's gonna be a putter. Stay tuned to more reasons why Oxmoor is one of the places you gotta play. And if you want to try that hole, here's your chance. We've got something very special. Oxmoor Country Club, along with Golf Bucket TV, is presenting Oxmoor Country Club Member for a Day. For $50 on October 24th, you can play this golf course, 18 holes, cart, food and beverage, eligible for whole prizes and giveaways, only $50 and a very few tee times available. Go right now because they will go fast. oxmoorgolf@gmail.com. Well, there have been games against Florida in that stadium back there when the drama was drained out of the contest even before we got to the end of the first quarter. Well, the Cats did get beat, but Neil Brown says at least this time they didn't get blown out.
I'm not discouraged. You know, I knew this was going to be a lengthy process. We obviously have played Louisville, who's in the top 5 defenses in the country. We played Florida. I think going into the game, they were number 1 in the country in total defense. And we're playing young guys. You know, I think we started 3 freshmen and a junior college transfer at wideout and a true freshman at running back. And that's who we are. We got to keep getting those guys better. Not discouraged. Obviously, we got to play better, but it's not going to happen overnight.
If you're a UK fan, you remember Steve Spurrier hanging 70 points on you, 60-plus points on you. So to come out of this losing 24-7, yeah, you don't want to lose. But you know, anybody pay attention? The defense did not give up a touchdown the entire second half.
That's right.
1 field goal is all they did, and that was supposed to be the weak league. So they're getting there. Neil Brown put it best. We're improving, just nobody knows it because of the scores.
The fastest guy on the Louisville football team is Charles Gaines, but he was slow in one thing, which is coming around to Charlie Strong's way of doing things.
Well, he's still taking steps, and he's a player with a lot of ability, a lot of talent. We've known he's had that. Now it's just more of him now just becoming a part of us because we're not going to become him. So he just needed to become a part of the program, and he's taking steps, and he's doing the right things right now.
There was a time last year where I didn't think that Charles Gaines was going to make it. I think we'd all heard, that they've been suspended, they were off the team, all this kind of stuff, and it looked like a case of Charlie Strong said, listen, this is the way that we're going to operate. If you want to be a part of it, this is how you're going to operate. And to Charles Gaines' credit, he took a look at himself and said, listen, I need that. I want to be a part of this. And so he stuck it out. He did what it took to stay on the team, and now we're seeing the results of that. A kid who is coming up big for a team that it's ranked in the top 10. Charles Gaines has all the ability in the world. All of his teammates talk about just how incredibly fast he is. And if he can combine that ability with the ability to be coached by this tremendous coaching staff, he's going to be an absolute winner.
Well, thank you, Howie. When the game started in this now empty stadium, the upper reaches of the stadium were empty. When we come back here on the Red and Blue Review, Daryl and Howie are going to talk about why college students are staying away from college football. As we head to the break, Daryl's going to talk about the Cat's Paws.
Absolutely. We just finished the night at Commonwealth Stadium. Be in Columbia, South Carolina next week for that football game. But while all of this is going on, here comes the Cat's Paws Basketball Yearbook. It's at the printer. We hope to have it in very early October. You can pre-order now. Just visit catspawsyearbook.com.
Hi, Tim Fritz here for Tim Fritz Superstores Elizabethtown. We're hanging steel and we're making deals. We also have over 130 cars at our Radcliffe and our Fort Knox locations. Hey, Brian, tell them about the Hot 100.
That's right, Tim. We have over 100 vehicles in stock priced at $250 per month or less, all ready for immediate delivery.
Stop by here in Elizabethtown and see us, or stop by Radcliffe or our Fort Knox location. You can go online at 765auto.com or just give us a call at 765auto because we've got an auto for you.
This is Chris with Boom Buyers Westport Village. Want to invite you out to check out one of our best-selling appetizers. This is the pretzel bread with our homemade beer cheese. Come out to Boom Buyers Westport Village today.
What's your idea of fun? Whatever your idea of fun is, We have a park for that. Kentucky State Parks.
Hi, I'm Teresa Bachman. There's never been a better time to buy a new Volkswagen from Bachman Volkswagen. For great savings on every Volkswagen model in Bachman's huge inventory, come in today. Get financing as low as 0% on most models. Nobody beats our price or selection. Bachman Volkswagen has a huge selection, low prices, and we pay top dollar for your trade. Visit us online at bachmanvolkswagen.com. Bachman makes the difference.
To save more lives this summer, we've stepped up highway law enforcement. So, don't forget to buckle up, don't speed, and don't drive while impaired or distracted. Because this summer, we're going to have Kentucky completely covered. Blue lights across the bluegrass.
No excuses, no exceptions.
Welcome back to the Red and Blue Review, coming to you from Oxmoor Country Club, where hole number 7 is another reason this is a place you gotta play. The green here on 7 is harder to hit than the Powerball. Somebody's gonna win. It probably ain't gonna be me. You've got the opportunity, though, to be a winner and get a chance to experience what it's like to be a member of a private country club like Oxmoor. It's our Member for the Day promotion. Go to oxmoorgolf@gmail.com to request a tee time. It's sponsored by Oxmoor, Golf Bucket TV, and of course the Red and Blue Review. For $50, you'll play the golf course, you'll get a cart, there's food, there's beverages, there's prizes, there's contests, and there's very few tee times available. So go right now to oxmoorgolf@gmail.com to request your tee time. This portion of the Red and Blue Review is brought to you by the Eye Care Institute of Louisville to see whether Daryl and Howie are seeing eye to eye. And Howie, one of the things that is becoming an issue in college sports is the fact that college students are staying away from college games, especially football games. A story in the Wall Street Journal indicated that Georgia fans, 39% of the students did not attend football games, and even Alabama, who have won back-to-back national championships, 32% of their students stayed away from games during this time when they're playing their best football. So what's the future of football for the next generation?
Yeah, that's a huge question. I think it's got to be amenity driven. I think it's got to be probably smaller stadiums but nicer stadiums. And we're talking about luxury boxes, we're talking about low seating, that kind of thing. Because I don't know if the old model of 110,000 seat Neyland Stadium where you've got this 6 square inches of material to put your bottom on, I just don't know if that's going to work anymore.
Daryl, give me your thoughts on this.
I think Howie's absolutely right. It's changing. If you're not keeping up with the technology, you're going to be sitting there in a half-filled stadium and go, what happened? Where did they go? They're all at home watching it. Jacksonville Jaguars, NFL, really smart move. They're terrible, but on their big screen, they have NFL Red Zone. You can watch all the highlights of what's going on around the world and still attend the game. You're not alone anymore. You cannot pretend that we're Alabama, you will automatically come. It's not going to work that way. You have to offer more than football.
Here's where the issue really comes in. If you think about it, once a student leaves college, he's probably not going to connect to something at school that he wasn't connected with as an undergraduate, so he may not donate, he may not buy season tickets. That's the future of the sport. Now, Howie has made a big change in his life, just had LASIK surgery, and you're already seeing great, aren't you?
It's unbelievable. I had it done, and the same day I had the surgery, I was seeing 20/20 in one eye, 20 and 15 in the other. That's better than perfect. I mean, it was awesome. It's absolutely awesome. I can wake up in the morning, I see everything, no contacts to fuss with, no glasses to fuss with. I've bought my last pair of contacts.
And you may be the same. We want you to win free LASIK. Here's how you do it. Go to 855-589-1500. Get the information there on this clinic that they're going to have coming up in October. Somebody that attends that clinic on October the 15th is going to have a chance to win free LASIK surgery, but you have to call this number, 1-855-589-1500. All right, Howie, tell us what's coming up in CardinalSports.com.
Absolutely. Check out CardinalSports.com for all the best recruiting coverage. Check it out, football, basketball, all kinds of different things. You can even watch videos of future Cardinals right there at CardinalSports.com.
This is Chris with Boom Boss Pizza, Westport Village, inviting you out to try one of our best-selling pizzas. This is the traditional buffalo chicken pizza served on a gluten-free crust. Come out to Boom Boss Pizza today and give it a try.
Join the club at Sam Swope Auto Group. When you service a vehicle at any Sam Swope dealership, you automatically become a Service VIP Rewards member. You get member pricing on parts and service, lost key return, and emergency roadside assistance. Plus, you can earn points that qualify you for discounts on your next vehicle purchase, up to $2,500. The best part is becoming a member is free. Become a member today at any Sam Swope dealership. Nobody walks away because everybody saves.
You name it, if you can dream it, these guys can do it. It's the big orange building right off of Produce Road, 4200 Produce Road. It's called Smart Shoppers. Drop by and see what these guys can help you do. Your ride down the road will look better than anybody else's if your ride stops here at Smart Shoppers.
Hi, this is Chad with Smart Shoppers. Whether you're trying to put wheels and tires on your everyday ride or you're trying to hook up your custom vehicle, come see me at 4200 Produce Road.
Here are today's headlines for May 9th, 1953. Dark Star upsets native dancer at the Kentucky Derby. The new Chevy Corvette rolls off the assembly line. And Bob Hook Chevrolet opens its doors right here in Louisville.
Hard to believe that was 60 years ago. And you can't stay in business that long without doing things the right way.
With a great product like Chevy and unparalleled customer service, it's no wonder we've been here.
For 60 years, 3 generations and 1 tradition.
So look to Hook, because Bob Hook's got it.
Welcome back to the Red and Blue Review, coming to you from Oxmoor Country Club, hole number 9. Another one of the reasons Oxmoor is a place you gotta play. Now you can tee off from over there, which really takes the water out of play, or if you're a real man, you challenge the water. And the only thing I'm hoping here is that my next club is not oh boy, a ball retriever. Rats! I'm telling you, it's a hole you gotta play. Your opportunity is coming up on October 24th. Oxmoor Country Club, Red and Blue Review, and Golf Bucket TV presenting in the opportunity for you to experience private club membership for a day. Only $50. You have to go now to oxmoorgolf@gmail.com to request a tee time. We're going to have so many people requesting, you may not get one, but go right now, oxmoorgolf@gmail.com. All right, more on the Kentucky lost to Florida in our Game Time storylines. Mark Stoops and Neil Brown knew that Kentucky was going to be outgunned in this football game, so they had to do a little trickeration. Yep. The throwback pass they tried did not work.
Out of respect, for their defense and knowing that we were going to have a hard time moving the ball consistently, and so we had to take some shots. So the fake field goal we thought was there, and I wanted to call it when we had an opportunity. I wasn't sure if they would play it any differently because it was such a long field goal try. That was the only thing I was worried about at that point. And then with the trick play there, the throwback to the quarterback, it's just something we had greased up, and again, it would have given us an opportunity had we executed it, but we didn't. So it takes us right out of another opportunity. So.
Well, as Neil Brown said, that play was there. The receiver just didn't throw it. Jalen Whitlow was standing over by himself. I thought it was an interesting admission by a coaching staff to say we knew we were outmanned. Mm-hmm. We had to pull a rabbit out of our hat to stay in this game, to win this game. And they very bluntly, Mark Stoops very bluntly, very plainly says, this is where we are. Don't expect miracles the first year. It's going to take time. That's what we saw tonight. They lost to Florida. They didn't lose bad. I mean, going into the season, you look at those 4-game stretch, you say, wow, Florida may annihilate them. It may be 50-0. It wasn't. They played better.
Teddy Bridgewater wants this to be a special season, and if it is, they're going to have to find some leaders to step up on defense the way Teddy has become the leader of the offense.
We're trying to do something special here, and we have, Coach Strong always talks about the talent. We have the talent, but, it's going to take, leadership. Talent can take you a long way, but at the end of the day, somewhere down the line, the leaders have to step up and, continue to be, outspoken for the team. So today and I feel that the defense did a great job. Preston Brown in the middle, Brandon Dunn, Hakeem Smith, those guys are the leader of the defense, and they did a great job.
Teddy Bridgewater knows that this team could be something special. Charlie Strong knows the same thing. And essentially what they need, I think everybody understands that the offense is going to be special. What they needed from the beginning was leaders on defense to step up and make the defense special. I think that's really what we've seen in the first 4 weeks is that those defensive leaders, the Preston Browns, Hakeem Smith, they've stepped up and made the defense their own. It's really fun to see. I mean, that Florida International game, I know Florida International was terrible, but Louisville's defense was about as dominating as they possibly could be, set all-time records for their domination of the line of scrimmage. It's extremely impressive to see those defensive leaders stepping up and taking charge of that defense.
Thank you, Howie. Well, Kentucky was not a winner tonight, but you can be a winner this month. The True Home Value Sweepstakes, $25,000. That's $15,000 in home improvements, $10 grand in cash to spend any way you want. Here's how you go about getting it. Go to thv.com to register or call 1-800-476-1966, or you can go to truehomevalue.com to register to win $25,000. Kentucky lost to Florida last year with Joker on the Kentucky sideline. Kentucky lost to Florida this year with Joker on the Florida sideline. And after the game, several of his former players in Kentucky Blue went over and hugged the coach in Gator Orange.
Yeah, I mean, Joker's done a lot for this program and worked extremely hard for this program for a long time. So I think most people have a lot of respect for what Joker's done and the person and the player and the coach that he's been for this university, and I'm glad to see that. You know, we're disappointed in the loss, but you know, I went over and said hi to him as well. Congratulations. So he's done a lot for this program.
Now you notice a lot of the players, and one of those not players was Mitch Barnhart, who hired Joker, who gave Joker that opportunity, and a lot of cheers tonight. A lot of cheers halftime for Tubby Smith, Hall of Fame inductee. So a very classy act by UK. Raymond Sanders talked to him after the game. He said, absolutely, I had to go find Coach. He gave me the chance. He's the reason I'm at Kentucky. That's a pretty strong statement.
Well, Louisville has played only a handful of true freshmen so far in this football season, but one of the guys who's gotten on the field and who will make a difference is Louisville Trinity's James Quick.
He's coming along. He's getting it kind of slow in the beginning, you know, but it's a lot different from, you know, high school, you know, making that leap to the collegiate level. You know, it's almost like the pros here.
It's a great problem to have because the only ones we use is Hearns, our backer, Kelsey, and Quick. Those are the only three freshmen that played in this freshman class.
After Louisville's 4-0 start, one of the most common questions that I get asked is, where is James Quick? This is the guy, I mean, he's a 4-star, 5-star guy coming out of high school, tremendous, tremendous talent. And people just want to know, why isn't he on the field more? He got on the field there at the end of that FIU game, probably should have been credited for a touchdown there, but you haven't seen him a whole lot. I think it's purely a product of how much talent they've got at that wide receiver spot. I would have expected him to see him at some point at returning kicks or returning punts or something like that as he works into the wide receiver lineup. We haven't seen that just yet. I'm a little surprised, I must say, but maybe that's to come. Maybe it's, you know, down the road we'll see more of James Quick. I know that the fans are clamoring for him.
Thank you, Howie. Well, Daryl and I are sitting in the dark, but not too terribly dark, thanks to our new Honda generator. And with that deal, we can go anywhere, and we want to come to where you are. The Red and Blue Review crew can bring our show to, just like we did there to Smart Shoppers. We'll bring our show on the road. If you would like to take the power of Kentucky and Louisville sports to help promote your business or special event, hit me up at gupton@redandbluereview.net.